You think you need a college degree to be a professional career musician? Think again. I am going to give you 5 reasons as to why you don't need a college degree to be a professional musician. I am living proof, just a regular Joe Schmo, Cuban Italian from Long Island, New York, or should I say Strong Island. I've done it, and so can you. And here's how. Reason number 1, the degree doesn't book the gig. Your professionalism, reliability, your look, your vibe, and most of all, your skills is what books the gig and secures your spot as a professional career musician. Gigs come from word of mouth, the trust in which you build your career upon. Reason number 2, the greats did it, so why can't you? Prince played 27 different instruments, sang incredible, an amazing performer, didn't have a degree. Jay-Z, Pharrell, Dr. Dre, Clapton, Hendrix, that's right, some of the greatest guitar gods that we know of didn't have a music degree. Not to mention the jazz greats, Charlie Parker, Miles Davis, John Coltrane. How about these modern day self-made pros? Tash Sultana, Labyrinth, Benny Blanco, and the list continues to go on with straight DIY hustle and grind. This truth remains. Reason number 3, chops are taught in real life situations, not in the classroom. And what do I mean by chops? Sure, I could be referring to your playing chops like crazy, whatever instrument you play, piano, sax, this and that. But here's the real deal. Your chops of knowing what to play, when to play it, how to play it with the right emotion, how to make those right moves to put that little secret sauce, that's stuff that really, it can't be taught. You have to learn it in real life situations. Which brings me to your work ethic. Do you have what it takes to put in the reps when no one's looking behind the scenes? Look, if you are disciplined in your practicing and you cultivated your craft to that super high level, then really that's what it takes. Reason number 4, the industry runs on referrals, not degrees. The bottom line is this, it's all about relationship building. Remember, the networking, dirty word. I don't like that word here at the Career Musician. I prefer to say relationship building because that's what it's all sustained upon. And the further you go ahead in your career and you establish yourself as a solid musician, a solid player, reliable, professional, and all these things, then the work is going to be done for you, really, because once you establish those relationships and you prove to everybody in your circles that you got what it takes, that's all you need. Still not convinced? Look at it this way. You're going to learn more on your first tour than you will of 4 years in a dorm room. I promise, because tour, again, it's real life. It's throwing you into the situations that matter. Also, think about it like this. In one high pressure recording session, you're going to learn more than you ever would in a full semester or more of jazz theory, because now you're talking to producers, engineers, artists, other musicians. You're learning the tech aspect, you're learning the social interaction aspect, and you're learning the real life application aspect of playing your instrument in a high pressure sitch. Oh, and by the way, when you find a mentor like me here at the Career Musician, I'm going to tell you the way it is, the real truth, no BS. Forget the bullshiz, because I'm all about teaching you how to fast track your career based upon the mistakes and pitfalls that I've experienced in mine. So look, you really don't need a faculty member. You need somebody who's been there, done that, real world life experience that can really consult you and guide you in the right way you need to go. I've played with some of the biggest names in the game, and not once did somebody say to me, "Hey, do you have a degree? Can I see your diploma? Can I see your college degree? Which majors did you study?" No, hey, look, can you hang? Crazy enough, when I was coming up, I was really shy, but I broke out of that after I got my first gig. You see what I'm saying? I did a gig 6 nights a week for 3 years at a popular club down in South Florida back in the 90s. I learned so much doing that gig, and that's really the foundation of which I built my entire career upon. I learned how to not only play the songs, I learned how to dial in my gear. I learned how to perform on stage with the other members of the band, 12 pieces in all. So I learned how to talk backstage, off stage. I learned how to mingle. I learned how to present myself. We all dressed really well. I learned so much on that gig. So really getting out there and getting the gigs, that's going gonna be the real situation where you learn the most. Reason number 5, college is optional but not a requirement. Based on all these things that we've been talking about, you don't need a degree. It's not mandatory. Now, if you can afford it, or if you got a killer scholarship and you're in, go for it. Don't go into debt. I tell you the same thing with gear. When you start doing more gigs and you start making more moolah, then you can expand your gear inventory. Again, it's not mandatory, it's optional. Touring professionally, you're gonna learn so much, even doing local and regional gigs. The bottom line is this: there are dozens of ways that you can learn how to really develop your career without going into debt. Bottom line, you don't need a degree, you need drive and discipline. In addition, you need to play the long game, because success in music isn't reserved for the academically blessed, it's reserved for the obsessed. So yes, a little obsession about your craft and about landing the big gig, that's what you need. That's that drive, and that's going to keep you motivated and keep you moving toward your goal every single day.